Hello everyone and welcome to Kantan Japanese. Today's lesson will be about this over here. What could this mean? Well, this means Hiragana. So what is Hiragana? So today's lesson will be about one of the Japanese writing script, the Hiragana. Okay, now let's study some special characters. Now let's look at the Hiraganas over here. I've written a few more. Now let's look at this line over here. So this one is sa, hi, su, se, so. Now let's look at this line over here. It's, as you might have noticed, this character and this one, they're written, it's almost the same, right? Almost identical. But this one is slightly different, as you've got this little quote symbol over here. Those two little strokes over here. Well, having those two little strokes added to a hiragana gives it a different pronunciation, a slightly different pronunciation. So this one is sa and this one is za. So this one is hi and this one is ji, su, zu, se, ze, so, zo. So you see, just by adding this little quote over here, you get a different pronunciation without having to memorize a different hiragana. So this is very smart in the Japanese language. Same thing here. We've studied those characters in the previous slide. So just by adding the little quote over here, you get a different pronunciation. Now let's practice if your understanding with a few examples. Example number 3. Let's look at this one. This one, we've seen this one in the previous slide. This one is ka, and this one. Is it this one? No, it's not. You've got these little quotes over here. So over here, so ze, so kaze, which means kaze means the wind. This is a kanji for wind over here. And then one more example. Example number 4. Kagi. So ka, we've seen this in the previous slide, and this one is over here. Ki, kagi. Kagi means key. So you see, you get different pronunciation, different hiragana just by adding this little quote over here. Now I've put a list of the hiragana in this video, but I realized that having a video to check out the list every time is not that convenient. So finding a list of hiragana, it's very simple on the internet. Just make sure, first of all, go to Google and then click on images, then write hiragana over here and then search images. You'll find plenty of really well done list, very complete. So as I've said before, here's part of the list of all the hiragana. I'm only going to stay a few seconds on this, but if you want to check it out, you can just pause the video and look at it in detail. Some more characters. Once again, about the hiragana, make sure to get your own list and print it on a sheet of paper, and it'll be much easier to study them. Now about those characters, I would like to add just one more thing about the hiragana. We've talked about this character before, the little quote symbol over here, which gave a different pronunciation of the original hiragana. So this one is ha and this one is ba. Now we've got a second little special character over here, this little circle over there. This also gives a slightly different pronunciation of this original character. So this one is ba and this one is pa. Same thing here, hi, bi, pi. So it's the same thing with all those characters, only those characters however. But so these hiraganas over here, they have two different special characters linked to them, which in turn provide two different pronunciations. So keep this in mind, folks. Now in case you're wondering, this little quote character and this little circle over here, they both have a name. So this one, the little quote character, is called dakuten, and the little circle one is called handakuten. So in case you were wondering how to call those, the proper way to call those. Okay, I know you must be tired from learning things about hiragana, but I have just one final thing to say about hiraganas. So if you've studied the list before, which you should have, you probably know this hiragana, which means ki, and this one is yo. Very often in Japanese you will see this. ki with a smaller yo next to it. The smaller yo next to ki means that they are linked together. Okay? So ki and a small yo in this case is pronounced kyo. So ki, yo, kyo. Let's check another example. This one is hi and this one is yo. So what happens, do you think, if you put them together? Same thing here. You have a regular size hi, but you have a smaller yo, so they are linked together. So hi and yo gives you sho. So kyo, sho. Another example. This one is chi and this one is ya. Put them together. Chi and ya gives you cha. Cha is tea, by the way, in Japanese. In Chinese as well, actually. So, kyo, sho, cha. This one is, and the final example, this one is gi. This one is yu. So together, gyuniku is beef. So you see, by combining this yo, ya, or yu with other hiragana, you get another kind of pronunciation. So that's all for today. A lot of things to remember, eh? So the most important thing is to memorize all of the hiragana. There's no quick way to do this. I mean, there's no magic trick really. You just have to look at them, write them down, use flashcards, whatever works for you, and memorize them. But you really must remember this. This is essential. One more thing you might want to remember is the dakuten and the handakuten. Those little characters next to the hiragana that gives a different hiragana altogether. And one more thing to remember is how you can combine, for example, ki and the small yo for kyo, and things like that. So I hope this video was useful for those of you who are learning Japanese. Have a good one. Have a good day. Bye bye.